I just vowed, and my wife was scared because I had spoke with her that night and I told her about it, what my plans were, and she was like, "Don't do it, don't do it," you know. And she cried that night because she knew what I was gonna do, and that's the reason why when it happened after the first round. In the second round, she got up and left because she already knew plans. She already knew my plans. She knew it wasn't going to get any better. But started listening to Joel. I started moving, moving around the ring, and I found some success doing that. And every time I got still, man, it hurt every time. Every time I sat still, he would land a good shot on me and hurt me. And every time I kept moving, I was doing very well.
You hurt him a few times too.
I hit him with the kitchen sink, man, and the dude laughed at me, man. I just couldn't believe it, man. I hit him with a combination. He laughed at me, and he was just like, "Come on, come on." I was like, "Let's get it, you know." It's him. I'm just like, I'm gonna just keep popping him, eating him up, eating him up. Hey, sooner or later he'll swell up, and he did. After the fight, I was swollen, he was swelled up too. I mean, both eyes was damn near shut. You know, his face was swelled up like a freaking melon.
Everybody asked you about your reaction and how you will react from that fight, but I don't recall anybody asking how the other guy is going to react. Like he's supposed to be that way.
Okay, well, you know what? Sometimes, like a lot of people. One in particular, trainer, Freddie Roach, he's curious on how I'm going to react, and he's curious on how who I was going to react too. And he just said that, like, wow, you guys still competing. And they say, well, most fighters don't come back, they're different, whatever reason, for taking a picture like that. With me, I can always tell through my training, if I'm ready or if I'm not. I can always tell. And this was a great training camp. Started off kind of slow, then I progressed, and I got better each week. And this last sparring session I had, I went 12 rounds. I look phenomenal.
Did you put more into it because you had to prove to yourself that you could still beat yourself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Your fight is important, and you talk about proving the people wrong and showing that you're a different fighter. Is this fight important for the reason that you want to continue proving that the Pacquiao was going to fluke and all that stuff? Is this fight important for that reason?
No, this fight is based on I'm past the whole Pacquiao thing now. I mean that's old news now, man. I've been down that road. I've got past that road. I had a Vladikov fight, been down that road. Now I'm in a new place now. I want to go out in this fight, and I want this fight for legacy. Basis. I got the win over Pacquiao. I want to see if I can get this win over Marquez. And that's 2 Hall of Fame fighters on my resume, combined with all the other champions that I faced, and all the other former champions that I faced on my resume. I look back and I look at my resume. It's just like, okay, he's 31-0, but I have fought some quality opponents. There's a lot of guys out there 40-0, 35-0, 20-0, and they haven't fought anybody. But I fought real opposition out there, and I just want to continue to fight the best and beat the best, so I can be the best. And Marquez is considered he's one of the best fighters in the world. I think a lot of you guys have him on like top 3 or top 2. Pound in the game, and I want to be in that position.
Break him down.
Marquez is a smart fighter, man. He's a smart fighter. He's a technician. I've watched Marquez. I'm a fan of Marquez. I love his style. I love how he executes his game plan. He has a really smart corner. He's a counterpuncher, one of the best counterpunchers in the game. He's strong. He has a strong will. Comes to fight, he brings it, man. It's gonna be a tough night for me in there.
As far as legacy goes, you might very well win the fight of the year for Vladikov. What would that mean to you?
Don't mean anything, man. I really don't pay attention to that. I don't know what it means, man, to me. Get the win fighter of the year. I really don't. I don't know what that means. You get what I'm trying to say? I really don't know what winning fight of the year. Okay, you had the best fight of the year. You put on the best fight that year. But I really don't know what the meaning is.
Well, it's sure it's good for the business of Tim Bradley,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
People might remember you for that fight. Talk about your legacy.
A lot of people do remember me for that fight, and a lot of people is going to probably watch this fight because of that fight. Because I recall I was on Twitter the other day, and a lot of people, they were airing the Ruslan Palanka, the fight myself, and a lot of people was just like, holy crap, like I can't wait to see this Marquez fight.
That's on Twitter.
I'm back on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all that now. So, but because we gotta close this fight. A lot of people haven't seen that fight and they saw it and they're like, man, I'm definitely getting this review because this fight with Marquez is gonna be very interesting. And a lot of people saying, hey, it's a 50-50 fight. I don't know who I'm going to be. And man, I don't know who I'm going to go with. So a lot of people are real skeptical which side they're going to choose and who they're going to go with. Marquez will probably be the top dog in this as far as the bet odds. He'll be probably top of me, but it's okay. I like to be the underdog.
Tim, given the fact that his last punch was a punch heard around the world,
oh yeah,
and that you got in a lot of deep water in your fight. You expect him to test you early. You have to deal with, okay, I got to expect something here, and how will this?
Oh, he's coming to get me. I think he's going to get me because of my last fight. So a lot of they think I'm horrible, and I think he's going to come and get me. He's going to be aggressive, and I think that's going to work in my favor. Honestly, the more aggressive he becomes, the more superior as far as boxing goes. That's what
If it turns out to be a boxing contest, what are your advantages?
Speed.
You think that's where he can be exposed, that he doesn't have that anymore?
You can work on speed, but I'm naturally quick, man. I'm a natural. I mean, he's not that fast, but he's been probably working on his speed because he said he's gonna work on his speed. He's probably got a little bit faster, but I'm naturally quick, man. It's naturally given talent, God-given talent. So I'm gonna be faster, and I'm a great counter puncher too, and I'm smart.
Tim, was there a particular moment where you feel like I'm back to myself?
Every day, especially after my last spar session. I spar with 4 different guys, and man, we put on a show. I put on a show in the gym. Joel was happy, my team was happy, and everybody was excited. Left with high hopes. Winning this fight.
Are you suggesting that you weren't happy or they weren't happy before that?
No, they weren't. I probably wasn't at my top level, just yet. As far as peaking, each week I got better and better each week. And that last sparring session is when we know when I'm ready or not. And if I look okay, and you looked alright. You didn't peak at the right time.
They weren't blowing smoke at you.
No, they weren't blowing smoke at me. But the fact that I peaked at the right time, the fact that I looked my very best, the last sparring session, I mean that the work we put in, it all came together. We right on target.
What's the sparring with T-Say?
Allow me to know that I still can take a punch. Because Batiste hit me with the left hook, man, and kind of sent me halfway across the corner, man, and halfway across the ring, and I was like, I had to stop for a second. I said, God damn, you strong, man. I stopped sparring. I was like, man, you strong. It's like, wow. I didn't get dazed or anything like that, but it was just a solid shot, and it was heavy. It was my first sparring session. It was my first day.
So did you pick Matese because you wanted to see what you still had there?
That wasn't me. That was my trainer.
So he wanted to show you that you were okay.
I think so. I'm hoping that. That's what I got out of it. I mean, you know, first day, who's Batiste on the first day back? A guy like Batiste, who does that? I haven't been in the ring in 4 months. Who the hell does that? No, I was just like, hey, well, you know what?
I mean,
I'm here.
where did he come from to do that? I mean, how did that unfold? Did they bring him from Argentina for your?
He came down. See, he's gonna go to Vegas and train, but there's a lot of distraction in Vegas. So he came down to the desert because it's still hot.
So he was training for Garcia.
And he was training for Garcia, so he came down. Joel said, well, how do you like if I bring Batiste out to spar? And I was like, oh, that's great. So, but I didn't think it was gonna be on the first damn day. So he was like, well, we start sparring next week, and I was like, okay, all right, cool. And so that Monday when I walked to the gym, I walk in and I see like all these people with cameras and stuff, and I'm like, who the hell's here? And then I see Batiste sitting on the ring, and I'm like, am I sparring Batiste? Or is he just here training? And so he's just like, oh, you're gonna spar Batiste? And I was like, oh, okay, all right. You know, and me, I'm a dog, man. Bring it on. Bring it on. Come on. You know, first day, I don't care. You gonna fight. We gonna fight. We gonna go at it. So at the first round, timing was off. I was a little ahead of myself, but you know, towards the rounds, he's like, he didn't beat me up. We didn't beat each other up. We landed great shots on each other. We traded punches going back and forth, and but it was like, you know, it was a very classy sparring session. You know, we weren't trying to kill each other. We were just working. So it was great. He called me some good shots. I didn't get buzzed. I didn't get dazed. I was good. I took them well. And I was just like, shit, well, at least I know I got my chin back. I'm good.
Then that served the purpose that your training wanted.
Yeah, it was perfect. And then from there, I was like, I was confident. I was very confident. And I was just like, bring on somebody else. Let's go. And then I wanted to get back in the ring with him, but you know, they didn't allow me to. You know, my father and you know, Joel, they had us talk. They talked about it and everything, and my team. And they was just like, nah. We need to work on you.
Is that when you knew that you were okay? Was it that piece?